Want to make your 808s go woo woo woo? You're about to find out how. All right, let's get right into it. Let's make our 808s go woo woo woo. And if you're wondering what I mean by that is, let me just play a little bit, and I think you'll get the idea. Let me just play it. So you can hear it, like we're hopping a lot of octaves, we're doing some quick slides. You probably hear some of that like in a lot of drill music and things like that. That's what I'm talking about when I say make your 808s go woo woo woo. But let's start right from the beginning. So let's start with like actually loading the sound into your DAW. So I'm gonna open up the channel rack in FL Studio, right there. And you're going to want to have a collection of 808s. And if they're on the note C, that makes your life so much easier, especially if you're not, familiar with music or don't have the best ear. If you make sure that all of your 808s that you use are a C note sample, it makes everything a lot easier, and I'll show you why. So let's drag this over. So that's our sample. That's the one that I use for this one. And if you notice, when I hit it and release, like I'm not touching it right now and it's still playing. It's playing the entire sample. So the first thing we're going to do, once we drag the sample in, is first let's make it to where when you let off of the key and it stops playing, like that MIDI signal stops, the note stops as well. So that way the 808s won't bleed all over each other. So what I did was I clicked on it. It brought it up here, and I'm going to open up the envelope, which is this icon right here. And you're going to turn up the hold, and you're going to turn off everything else. All the way down, all the way down. So now when I play it, as soon as I let go, it stops playing. And I'm also going to do cut itself right there. So I right-clicked on it, highlighted cut itself, and check that mark as well. So there we go. The next thing you want to do is do your scale highlighting. So while you're in a piano roll, so I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to a piano roll, and you click on this little triangle right here. We call it a caret. If you click on this caret, it brings a drop down, and there's one called helpers. Now we want to highlight scale highlighting right here, and this brings up all of the keys and all of the scales. Most hip-hop is in some sort of minor scale. For this one, I picked minor harmonic, and it's in the key of F. And what that does is every note that is in the key of F minor harmonic, everything in that scale is not darkened in. Like you can see, like F is a lighter color, but F sharp, that one, is a darker color. So as long as you stick with the notes that are a lighter shade of gray, then you're going to be within the scale and within the key. So, and that becomes really helpful if you don't have the best ear, and especially in those lower octaves where you really can't tell what note it's playing sometimes. It just helps keep your 808 in the right key. So if you ever hear anybody, give you the advice, hey, you need to tune your 808s, this is what we're talking about, and this is what's going to help you. So just make sure it's in C. Make sure the note is a C. Highlight your scale, and then just stay within the scale. And if it's F minor, the root note is going to be F. So whatever the name of the key is, the root note is going to be that particular letter, if that makes sense. And you go to your root note a lot. All right, cool. So that's the first part. So we have it to where we hit it, release, and it stops playing. Now we know what key it's in, and we know which notes are going to be the ones that might sound good when you're experimenting. Let's get right into, I've got, this other one set up over here. So let's get right into what I did, and let's just focus on the first measure. Here we go. Okay, so there are 3 slide notes in this first measure. And you can tell it's a slide note because there's a little like triangle colored in the corner here. And the way you make a new slide note is you click on, see this little triangle right here. When you click on that, and it just stays dark, so it's shaded in. Every note you click from now on is going to be a slide note. And if there's already a slide note, all you really have to do is click on the slide note and then click somewhere else, and it'll be a slide note automatically as well. But I'm going to take that highlight off. Okay. So what this is telling the MIDI signal is we're going to play an F. We're going to play an F an octave up on this beat. And then on beat 2, we're going to slide down to this note for the duration of this MIDI signal. So it's going to go right back down to that lower octave. And then this is saying we're going to start the note here and we're going to slide up for the duration. Right? And it looks like we're doing this twice. All right, so let's play it and hear what that sounds like. So you heard both of those slides, right? If we were to make this slide, at the beginning of the note and a lot longer, it would sound more like... See, it was sliding for the entire duration of that. Mostly in modern songs, we use quick slides. But, I say that, but, the world's your oyster, right? Like, you can make it however creative you want to be with this, you can make it your own. All right. Now, if I didn't add, you can see that there's 2 notes here, one on this beat and one on this beat. Let's say I took that one off and I made it a lower octave. Let's hear what it does when you just have 2 slides going like this. It doesn't sound like 2 slides, right? Even if you bring it up an octave. It just sounds like 1 slide. That's why you have to start a new note with the new slide in order for it to be heard. So I hope that helps. Now let's play the entire line and I'll try to follow along here. So you can see I started a new note here and a new note there. Same there. I think you get the idea, right? So play with it, find the right key. Get your 808s nice and short. But I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. I hope now you know how to make your 808s go woo, woo, woo. If you like this tutorial, go ahead and click like, tell a friend, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.